Hi, everyone. Richard Carlton here. Welcome to FMTrain.tv, where every day is a great day to learn about the Claris FileMaker platform. And so, yeah, people are asking about the really great wallpaper that I'm on. So it's a fake wallpaper. Nothing that you see is actually real. I'm here. I've got really awesome green screen behind me. So it's all completely and utterly fake in all ways. So
Anyway, Nick, would you like
Yeah,
to
I'm not
share
doing
your
anything.
screen for me,
Okay.
please?
Yes, I will. Here we go.
There we go. What are we doing?
Okay, so so today we continue the relationship stuff, right? So I have an interesting thing today. So all of this webinar is for you guys to understand the benefits, first the benefits of a relationship, and then how to use a relationship for your benefits. Okay. So and relationships are interesting because they tackle many of the problem we have many time when we have to deal with related records, right? So, and sometime I saw that many people try to do their best using scripts and triggers and and calculation and case and ifs and stuff like this, when just using IDs and put that in a field using a relationship and you get all for free, right? So today I'm going to add complexity here, right? I'm going to add between the documents and the document type, I'm going to add the years, So let's say for this guy here, right? We have certificate, permits, insurance, contract, and license for every single year, So let's say every single year, this contact must update his certificate, permit, insurance, contract, etc., right? So, but I don't want to add an extra layer to my relationship. I don't want to add an extra step to my relationship. So I'm going to build this, right? And bring everything to be on the same level here, okay? Even though physically and visually, it will look like it's behind this relationship, right? But it's not, it won't be, okay? So how to do that? So first, I need to build a table for the years. Okay, years. Oops, cancel this. Year. Yeah, I'm still struggling with my new Latin America keyboard. So so yeah. So I'm going to create this table years. Right? Of course, I'm going to get here. Where's my underscore here? I'm going to add the ID year. Yeah, I want IDs even for years, right? Because they are record. I don't care what they are. They can be the recipe of grandma cookie. I don't care. They are records. It's a table with records. You put an ID. You don't care about what it is. It's they are. Oops, need to undo this. They are records. Whatever what, you know. And of course, here I put the year, right? And that's the number, right? So I have a table with two fields, right? And I'm going to open that layout for you. It's here, right? And I'm going to put the year. So the first year is 2025, which is today. A new one is 2024. A new one is 2023. And the new one is 2022. Right? So I'm going to add another one, 2021. 2020, we all want to forget about. So this is my years, right? So I have my years with the IDs, right? Here. So now that I have this done, I'm going to put that in between here. So first, I need a relationship, right? I need a relationship here, and I can get this name because it will be very similar. The name will be similar of this. So I'm going to copy that name and put here. Of course, I change this to years. It's a Cartesian and I show all. And the letter will be E, a G. Okay? Okay. And it's a Cartesian, so I want all the years. So I'm going to do this and this, right? And I'm choosing this operator here, which is Cartesian. That means I'm going to show every single record, whatever, you know. So now that I have this, in this layout here, I'm going to put that in between here, right? So I'm going to push a little bit this for here. And I'm going to push, no, this one, but this one. And here I'm going to put my years. Well, so I'm going to teach you how to remap things, right? So it will be very similar to this, right? So I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to remap this, right? So I change the oral to be this one, right? The text inside this will be different, right? So here, how you edit a text inside a button when you want to merge a field, okay? You don't edit the button like this, right? Because here I cannot say merge. Instead, you select this text tool and you click here. Now I can edit the button text as a text object, right? So it's like, for me, it's like editing this, a text, right? When you do this and you select all the text, and then now I can merge my field. And I want to see here the year throughout the TO5G relationship, right? And of course, I need to resize this how it was. So now this button will show the year. So now I taught you how to edit a text, right? So you have a button, right? And you want to edit the text and put inside the text, right? So you can merge directly inside the button text. Okay. So that's cool. That helps a lot, right? Now that I have this, let me remove that for now. And that for put 10 here. Okay. So now I need to change many things. I need to change the button, which field I'm going to edit. And of course, I need to edit the button, the conditional. But I need to add a field because I want to feed the fields with the current year as I'm doing with the selected year. You know, like when I click here, I'm showing now 25, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when I click 1 year, I want the field to get the year that I'm clicking here, right? So it's pretty much the same as this selected document type, right? So I'm going here and I'm going to duplicate that field and selected year, okay? Actually, document year, okay? So that it helps, you know, duplicate, because duplicating this, I get the global status for free, half the name for free, right? So that's why, you know, it's good sometimes to use those duplication and, you know. So now that I have this field, I can edit. So first I can show it here, display here, right? And so here, this is a document here. So I'm going to show the document here, okay? This button here, I say, change the document year, and I want the TO5G ID year and the TO5G year. Okay, that's what I want when I click the button. Of course, here I changed my conditional and I say get value 1 of document year, TO5G ID year. Okay, so let's see if it works. Okay, if I click 2025, I get the ID and the year, as I get the ID of the document type and the name of the type. Okay, 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021. See? Right? Correct? So now that I have the field that gets the ID of the year, and I can add this field inside my relationship. I want these documents to be for 2025. If I drag a document as is, if I said, for example, license for 2025, I want this record here to be for 2025 only. Okay? And that is the relationship doing that for you. So this relationship here is TO5D. So I'm going to change TO5D, this guy, right? And I'm going to add, right, the year. But in documents, I need a field to receive the ID of the year. Okay? So now my TO5D, I can add here the selected document year goes with the ID document year. And I'm adding this. So now my relationship will do between the current contact I am in, the selected document type I just clicked, and the selected document year I just clicked. Those three will be part of the relationship. Okay? So let's clear the document table. I want to delete all. Okay. And I'm going to try. Okay. So now, let's say, and I need to reset this. Okay. So let's say I want to add a certificate for 2025. Okay. So I'm going to add, hold on, I need to open my PDF folder, which is here. So let's drag the certificate for 2025. Right? So if I go here, and I'm adding the documents here, you see here now I have this ID. And this ID, right, 7C is 2025, okay? So if I click 2024, well, I have no documents. It's missing, right? Here I have for 2025, 2024, right? So I can add the certificate for 2024. So now here I have two records here, right? Let's add the year, right? So I have the year, the type, the year, right? But this for certificates, right? If I change to permits, well, I change the relationship, right? they're all missing because I don't have the permit for 2024-5. I have the certificate, but I don't have the permit. So this is how you get this 3-level master detail. But what did I do? Right? Nothing. I just have, I brought everything, right? I brought everything in this table. So I start everything from that table. I don't have an extra layer here. I don't even try. It's too complicated. It doesn't work. You know, I know you guys do many of those 3 levels, 4 levels behind, but it doesn't work well. Okay, it really doesn't. Okay, so far, do we have questions?
Yes. If
Okay.
the year is not selected, should have a default year.
Yes, of course. So all of this system, you know, all this master detail system based on globals, okay, they need to be fed at startup, okay, especially when you are on the server, because those globals, all of those fields global, the selected this, right, they are empty at startup. So there are many ways to deal with this. Since I have some time, I'm going to take time to explain that to you, okay? How I deal with this, okay? At startup, right, I feed with the bare minimum, okay? With the bare minimum, which is I want to have this, you know, selected, right? So, okay, no, let's back off. Let's make the simplest. Let's say you don't want to initiate. Let's say you have this empty and this empty. Okay? It is empty. Correct? Okay. So this doesn't work right. Now, if I drag something here, it won't work. Right? I said this. He said this field cannot be modified because the selected document type needs to be there. Right? Right? So it won't work. Okay? So let's, sorry. Okay. So what my favorite way, okay, is to do that way. Those two should go away, right? So this one here goes away if this one is empty. So if this field is empty, this doesn't show, okay? Correct? If this is empty, this doesn't show. So I put here a hidden state, okay? Say is empty TO5G, okay? So if it's empty, oh, sorry, not is empty. It's not is empty. Goes away. No, it should say. No, sorry. No. Sorry. Let's back up. If this field is empty, this goes away. Okay. So if is empty, the field where I need to select the document type. If this is empty, this goes away. Okay. Boom, is away. Correct? We're good so far. Okay. So if I click here, boom, this comes. Okay. If it's empty, this goes away. Click, it comes. So now, what about this one, right? So this one goes away if the year is empty. Okay. This goes away. So I'll do the same here. And you say, is empty. the J selected here. So if this is empty, this goes away. So here, right? This come. Okay? Correct? If this is empty, this goes away. If this is empty, this goes away. Okay? So now, normally, I do a presentation like this, right? Normally is clean. So I have a separation here and here. Okay. So I put here, when this is away, right? I put a piece of text here and I say select document type. Okay. I put normally I have like a filigrane, so we can use this, not that big, but you know, something like this. I don't know, whatever. So you have this here. Say okay, select document type. Okay, and this here, this goes away if this one is, so it's the opposite of this one, right? So when this one show, this goes away. Okay, so you copy this and you click here and you say not is empty. So now you have this. So I tell the people what to do. Select document type, boom. Correct? And now you do the same thing for here. Here, I have is empty this. So when this gone, I tell the people what to do. Select a year. And is not is empty the document here. So it's the opposite. So now I have something like this. Sorry. Boom. So if all are empty, right? Correct?
Yes.
So now I want to show you something interesting. Okay. So do we have questions so far?
Not at the moment. Someone's saying clever, which is very true.
Yeah. I mean, it's good, because, well, you know what to do here, right? Correct? So now something wrong here, because here I show select document type and select document year, but I have not year yet. Okay. So I want this works, like this. This works that way. But now I want to hide this whole thing until this is selected. Okay. So here I have two objects, right? I have this one and this one. This one disappear when this is empty. And this one disappear if it's not empty. Okay. So I select those two. I group them. So select those two objects and I go here and I say group. When you do this, now I have the ability to give a hidden state to the group itself. To both, I have one object, now I have a group here, right? With two objects inside. This object has a hidden state. This one has another hidden state, but now I can give to the group a hidden state, which is empty, this field. So now look this. This is empty. now I know, you know, when this was empty, I had this stuff said select document type, boom. Now I have this one say select document year, boom. Correct? So now I want to show you something interesting. If I blank these fields, I want this field to be blanked as well. You know, if you want to reset, you know, how to reset this field if when this field is blanked. Okay. Well, this here, you do this. In the J selected year, I want this to blank when the other one's blanked. Okay. And you say if you go to the field, the document year, so I want to blank that field when this one's blank without any script trigger. I go here, auto entry, and I say if is empty, this field, I want blank, which is this double quote. Otherwise, leave whatever is there. Right? If this one blank, do this. Otherwise, just leave it alone. Just leave it. Whatever I have in this field, leave it. So this, if I blank this gone. Without script triggers. So this is how you do. So let me explain this because it's good. Nothing to do with relationship, but it's good to know. When you want to blank a field, and actually, if I had 3, 4, 5 fields, okay, whatever field I want, you know, I could have many fields to blank with this. You know, I can add the same thing to other fields, not only one. So what happened here? If this field is empty, then blank this field. If this field here, the document tab is empty, well, blank this. Otherwise, this means whatever I have there inside me, inside myself, keep it, keep whatever I have in myself. Don't blank it. Don't try anything, right? Correct? This is what it's doing. So here, see? So if I change I can change this without triggering the blanking on this. I trigger the blank on this only if this one is completely, totally empty. Right? So that's cool. So this is my favorite way because when you enter, right? Because now if I navigate when I navigate other contact, where it keep going, keeping this selected, right? Correct?
Yes.
So let's say now,
Yeah.
you want to, let's say you're here, let's say you're here, you have this selection. And when you go to another when you go to another contact, right? You want that to blank. Okay? You want that to reset. You know, when you click here, you want that to reset. Right? You want to blank. Well, on every single data entry layout that I have in my production, I always have a script on record load. Always. Okay. Wait a minute. Don't go crazy on that script, right? You need to be very simple, very light, no crazy things, you know, just simple. the first thing I do, right, and that for another purpose, but the first thing I do, why I'm doing this, so why I have a on record load on every single of my layout, right? Well, first, I'm setting a variable and I say current, yeah, I need to learn that. Current contact ID. I load the contact ID for every single record I am in. So what this do? So let's attach this here. So each time I'm loading, each time I'm going into a record, I load a global variable showing the ID of the contact I'm in, right? So if I'm showing this here, right? Current contact ID, if I go there, right? Sorry, I change the ID. See? On every single contact I'm in. Because it's useful for many things you want to do. For example, you are in this layout and you are in this record. Well, you can do many, many things here, trigger scripts or whatever, and you know, and you have the idea of the contact you're in is available to you at any time. Even though you go to another table, you know the last visit, but it's the last visited contact ID. Okay. And since I'm here, I'm going to say set fields and blank that's document type. And why I don't need to blank the other one is because blanking this one, that will blank this one. So let's try. Let's say I select permits in 2023. If I go to another contact, boom, gone. It's blank, right? If you want this behavior, you can make it very easily. And it doesn't make any different in terms of performance because you just blank a global, right? You are blanking a global, which is no drama whatsoever. Do we have questions?
Go to object portal year, go to first portal row. Is go to object portal year better than going to the first portal row?
So why you want to go to the first? So what the purpose?
I think trying to find the default year.
Oh, okay. So for example, you want to select automatically the default year, right? So the current year, let's say. Okay. That's what you want. You want when you click here, it comes automatically to this one. That's what you want. Correct?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
So we need to define what the current year is, right? So there's many ways. So I won't say go to first record. No, I'm not going to do that. I have a better way to do that. Okay. So let's say you want to make sure so that because if I come here if I come in my years and I'm adding another year, well, now I have this, correct? So I want this to be sorted by the year to make sure, right? I always have the latest, the latest year on top. and the oldest on the bottom. Okay. So I never ever use this sort polar record only for few reasons, right? And maybe you can you add this in your list, Marge, sorting polar rows, custom sort,
Yes, custom
record,
sort.
related record, polar row, whatever, custom sorting. Okay. So I'm not using this now, and I'm going to show you why. So it's a good way, it's a good thing. So I wanted to I want to deal with this matter anyway. If I do here, if I do this, the list of this is what I get. If I do list, right? 25, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 7. Why? Because this is the order I created those records, right? Well, what happened if I go to that portal and I say sort by the year and descending, right? Is nice, but what happened here? It didn't change squat. It did change squat, right? So I cannot say, right, that the first record is the one I want. I cannot say that, right? So you don't use this sort portal. Instead, you sort the relationship by year, descending, and of course here, you add the info saying sort. You need to tell in the name of the relationship that this is sorted, okay? Sort. So now that I have this, look what happened. Not only the polar is sorted, but now if I use my list, yeah, I changed the name, so yeah. Now it's sorted. Now I can rely on this. Now I can say, okay, I want by default the first of this relationship, which is, I just need to do something here. I just need to know, to say this, this, and this. This will always be the latest. Always. Demonstration. I'm adding a new record here, and I say 2028. Now the latest is 2028. I didn't do anything because it's sorted. The relationship sorts. If you ask a field throughout the relationship, you always get the first in the list. If you sorted the list by descending years, well, the first in the row, the first record will be the one you want, right? So now if I say I want, when I click here, right? Or when I enter, let's say I want to change this behavior, okay? Right? I want the, I don't know where to put, I can put here. No, I can't here. Let's put when you enter, let's say when you enter a record, right? When you enter a record, you want this and this to happen. Okay? Correct? You want this and this to happen. automatically? Well, that's easy. You go to this on record load and you say document type. You want the first in the T05C. You want this? Oh. And document year, you want this. So now, let's say I'm here and I change record. Boom. Automatically. Right? See, if I go there, boom. Let's say now I want to make something different. Okay. I want, even though I'm showing this, you know, like this certificate first permit insurance contract, but let's say here I have 2028, 2027, 2026, 2025. Okay. And I want to get contracts automatically when I get inside and 2025. I want to force the system to do that, right? Well, I'm going to my contract, to my document type list here. Contract is this ID. So I copy this ID and I'm changing my script. And I said the contract, the document type, I want this ID. Wait, oof. Yeah, I'm dealing with my new keyboard. Okay, here. I want this ID. And you say as a comment, this is a contract. Right? Because you want to know what that is in your calc, right? For further use. And you want to calculate, and you want to do the same for the year, right? So that's the 25. So took. And this is 2025, right? So now, thanks to that system here, right? When you enter, so let's say I'm here, you change, boom. So you can automatically get what you want just by changing the IDs, right? Correct? Yeah, but this here, something is missing here. That's okay. Right? Any questions?
Not sure why you're not getting the ID when sorted by portal? Question mark.
Not sure why you don't.
You're not getting the ID when sorted by portal.
Well, you don't get the list. No, because when you sort the portal, you sort the portal. It's a fake news. This is totally fake news. It's fake news. It's just this portal will get sorted. You know, like for example, if I do like this, for example, this is fake news. This is sorted just for that portal right now. Just that portal. If I create another portal, if I duplicate that portal here, right? Well, if I duplicate the portal and I remove this, right? It's fake news, right? This is fake news, right? If you sort, if you get the sort in the relationship, well, all portal will get the sort, right? So this is fake. You can't rely on this because how it works, the portal will receive the data from this, the portal will receive the data as they are here. Okay? And then it will apply a fake sort on the portal. And big deal in terms of performance. It's much slower when you do this, when you sort the portal and not the relationship. So the sort on portal is just sort the portal. Here, you sort the records throughout the relationship. This is much faster and much powerful. And you can rely on calculations. Right?
Yes, that's a Twitch question, so I don't know, and they'll be able to tell us if that registered or not.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have another one is, what if the first record is not the correct year?
What do you mean? If it's not the year you want?
Yes, basically. What if the first record is not the year that you want?
But I just did it. I forced the system to say, okay, I want 2025, which is this ID. Can you rephrase the question?
Larry, do you want to rephrase the question maybe? Like I can send it to you.
You can do many things. For example, okay. We can do something great here. Let's play a little bit of sometime. Let's say I have this list, correct? So let's put a let statement here, right? And oh, where's the bracket now? Where's the bracket? In the keyboard. I don't know. I don't think they have in the keyboard, they have bracket in the Latin America. Just, no, they don't. Let's assume no. No. Okay. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm learning. So where's the bracket here? This one. Oh, okay. Option this. Option and within the okay. Option this. Okay. So let's say list of values. List of values equal this. Okay. Oh, equal this. Correct? And current year equal get current date year get current date. This is the current year, right? So yeah. Okay. So now here are my list of values. And here are my current year. Okay. So I have a great custom function for you. I'm going to give it to you. I have it here in this, custom function. Get value position. So let's copy this and let's bring this here. So what this do? This is something I created years ago. So pretty much, I'm searching a string for you, and I'm telling you in which position it is in the list. For example, here, I want in this list, 2025 is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is position 4, right? correct? So if I say get value position, I want this inside this, I am in fourth position, correct? Now, so just for the power of all of these values and stuff like this, right? Let's say this is the list of dates, okay? And I want to have another one, list of IDs, okay? And this is, where's the, okay? So now I have, let's comment out this for now. I have my list of dates and I have my list of IDs, correct? Now I said, thanks to my custom function, I know that 2025 is in position number 4, correct? So I'm adding this here and I say value number, okay? And now picture this. So I have all the pieces of the puzzle. I have my list of dates, my list of IDs. I know which current year is, and I know which position is the current year. So now I said get values of my list of IDs and the value number. So I have my list of dates. Thanks to my list of dates, based on the current year, I know which number is. Correct? Ergo, I can pick the fourth in my list of IDs. I pick the fourth in the list, which is the ID of the 2025. Let's see if this is correct. If I go to the year, 7CA8, this is right ID. So here in my scripts here, I don't say this, I say this. That's all. So if I said this here, I click here, poof, I have 2025. I will always get to that year, the current year. Let's say you want next year. Okay, so let's say you are in 2025 and you want next year. Okay. So this is why this works well. When you have a nice calculation, it's very easy because I just need to do like this, +1. Where's the plus now? Where's the plus? Okay, let's use this here. I'm saying +1, right? Current year +1. Everything here will get rearranged because it will say year 2025 +1, which 2026. This will get the number of that year, the position, and I'm going to get the ID based on the position number. Let's see if it works. And it does. Oh, I didn't save. I'm saving. Boom. Now it switched to 2026. If you want last year, you said just 1 minus 1. Let's assume. Boom. It's very easy. So you can play and do whatever you want, right? Thanks to those ID stuff, okay? So you will say, before we go, you will say, why I'm using IDs and why I'm not using years? Well, it's much simpler to use IDs because you are sure that you get the right record always, you know, always. I don't like to neither use dates, neither use stuff like this. And next week, we're going to do some interesting things. We are going to play with dates, with range of dates, you know, from one day to another, right? We are going to play with this next week. We are going to play with what I call the remote selector, right? So I'm going to show you how you can use our relationship in a very peculiar way to get some stuff for you to help you, okay? And how to delete records in a relationship. The best practice to delete records in a relationship, right? So if we have question, I will answer, and otherwise we can just.
Using this technique assumes you always want the first portal record year if you don't want to know what the year actually is.
So you just want the first. You want 2028, for example, by default.
I am going to send you the message. I'm not quite sure that's what they're saying, but I'm going to.
Yeah. If is that what you want, that easy. I just did it. You do up. Okay, hold on. I want to comment out this. Okay. You just need to do this. So you put the year up, missing the team, right? So that will always take the first ID in the row, right? In the list, it will take the first. Since the relationship is sorted, descending, you always have 2028. See? If you want the latest, you know, let's say that the first, but let's say you want the latest, right? Well, to get the latest, duplicate this, you do this. You said you want the right value, right, of the list of this, and the value number is 1. So what that do? That's why the playing with values is very cool. Playing with relationship is very cool as well. Okay, so let's say I have this list of values, right? So I have this list. That the first. So let's play with this. You know, okay. That the first, and you want the last. So you get your list, and you set right values, and that will always take the latest, the one on the bottom. Correct? So you can do whatever you want. With this system here, with the values and stuff like this, you can do when you deal with a relationship, that's why I love to use tables and records, even if it's for two fields, 10 records, I don't care. I want that to be a table with fields. Okay? Why? Because also you will say, oh yeah, but I prefer to use a value list. Yeah, you can, but I can do that also. Why you want to do something like this, you know? Why you want to do like something like this, you know? Why? This is bad, you know, this is bad, you know, why? No, I don't care. I want to do this. I'm going to my years, right? And I'm selecting this. Boom, boom. And now I have a nice, I can reuse that list, you know, for my own purpose. Let's say I have a year field, right? And I want to add to that years field, I want to add this menu, right? I have it. So thanks to have a table with fields and records, not only I have all this goodness of I can select the record I want, when I want, using this type of calculations, right? Not only you have this possible, right? But you can do, you know, like I did here, right? Getting the current date, stuff like this. Not only you have these benefits, right? But you can have also, you can have a list of value list. You can reuse that, right? Same as this guy here, you know, you can reuse that. I can make this a value list if I want, right? I can, right? So if I said, for example, here, type, for example, right? And I want type here, right? And I want to use a type value list, right? New types, boom. I'm going to my type stuff, right? And here, oh, types, boom. Because I have records in a table, so I can do whatever I want. That's something also that I can show you because I don't know if I have a good example here to show you list of values, value list. Yeah, I have none here, but you know, yeah, I have one. So I have my own, my value lists, you know, they are record and tables, right? So those are value lists that I'm using, but they are records, right? So I can edit them here without going there and say value list and, you know, I don't have to do that. I create a value list that points to those records, right? And then I can add whatever I want on the fly, right? So I can, maybe you can write this down or, you know, do you want me to show you this in a webinar?
Uh, yes, I think that would be good.
Yeah, it can be. And how to use also what we call filtered value lists also. You know, we can do a same webinar on value list, how to use custom value list and you know, and also filtered value list. Also, filter value list, I heavily use global fields and IDs in order to get what I want to filter them, right? So yeah, that can be something good. Sure.
I think that would be perfect, to be honest. So,
Yes, I'll do that. So I'm going to. Do we have any other question? Otherwise,
I think we're good to wrap it up. I will catch if we got any more questions. We'll do tomorrow questions. So,
no, tomorrow no.
oh, not tomorrow.
Monday.
Yes, we'll do it Monday, I think. So, because I
Yeah.
have to go to a meeting. So,
No problem.
thank you
Okay,
everybody
guys.
for coming.
Th-
I will see you all tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.